Morbid Facts, Part 567. When the 2-year-old daughter of Chelsea Camp was being mauled by a vicious pit bull, the Texas mother had to act fast. She jumped on the dog's back and bit off its ear before shoving her fist down its throat to save her little girl. Both suffered serious wounds from the dog, which belonged to Chelsea's boyfriend and was normally very friendly, but suddenly turned on the toddler. The pit bull was still attacking when police arrived and had to be euthanized. In 2007, a Rhode Island hospital was fined $50,000 and reprimanded by the State Department of Health after brain surgeries were performed on the wrong side of the patient's head 3 separate times in the same year. During the mating process, dogs and other canines get stuck together for anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour. It's a natural physical mechanism called a copulatory tie where both of their genitalia interlock to ensure fertilization. The first time dogs mate, they're often surprised by this and show signs of distress while trying to pull away or run. A man from Vietnam had endured severe headaches for 5 months before finally going to the hospital. After a CT scan, the man and his doctors were shocked to find that a pair of chopsticks were lodged in his skull. It turned out that the man had been involved in a drunken fight 5 months prior that he barely remembered, and somehow ended up with chopsticks deep up his nose as a result. Morbid Facts, Part 468. Mark Gator Rogowski was one of the biggest stars in skateboarding throughout the 80s until he suffered a severe accident at a West Germany hotel. The skater fell from his window and landed on a fence, resulting in critical injuries including a broken neck. After his career quickly fell off and his girlfriend broke up with him, Rogowski raped and murdered one of his ex's friends and was sentenced to 31 years in prison. Earlier this month, Colombian police announced the arrest of a 22-year-old hitwoman known as The Doll. She had reportedly carried out several gang-related murders, including her ex-boyfriend, and was known for her expert handling of firearms. After witnessing mass murders at various concentration camps during the Holocaust, Nazi officer Kurt Gerstein tried to alert the world that the Holocaust was happening. In 1942, he made detailed reports to Swiss, Dutch, and Swedish diplomats, but they were largely ineffective. Gerstein ended up taking his own life in 1945. This elderly couple just agreed to be euthanized. Former Royal Air Force engineer Pete Scott and his retired nurse wife Christine have signed up for a double SUI pod in Switzerland, where voluntary assisted SUI has been legal since 1942. The pair made the decision after 80-year-old Christine was diagnosed with early-stage vascular dementia. Married for 46 years, they plan to die peacefully together in each other's arms with the help of the sarcophagus pod. This controversial death capsule works by replacing air with 100% nitrogen, which quickly renders the occupant unconscious and fully stops their breathing within 10 minutes, resulting in a swift, painless death. As stated by Pete, we have had long, happy, healthy, fulfilled lives, but here we are in old age and it does not do nice things to you. The idea of watching the slow degradation of Chris's mental abilities is horrific to me. Obviously, I would care for her to the point I could not, but she has nursed enough people with dementia throughout her career to be adamant that she wants to remain in control of herself and her life. Assisted dying gives her that opportunity, and I would not want to go on living without her.